Hi guys.
Hello.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
Lovely evening. I'm a little spacey right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting it in the gym lately.
Okay, when you say getting it,
You know what I mean.
okay.
That's why my hair is looking all kinds of crazy. Because I'm too tired to fix it for you. Call me lazy. This is Sound Off Podcast. I am Andy Ramsey. Alongside is
Adam Edwards.
And we're here to bring you the weekly or monthly or almost yearly news whenever we feel like talking about.
Whenever we have time to do this, let's be honest. Because it's a timing and I just don't really feel like it. Nothing really happened.
Glad to know we are in demand. Thank you, DuPont workers on shift B. Big shout out to you guys.
Right. By the way, we do have some management things from DuPont to read to you tonight. No, we don't.
That'll be another segment coming up soon. Would you like to do the disclaimer, sir?
The disclaimer, we're adults. We'll be using adult language at times, talking about sometimes taboo subjects. What we find entertaining and interesting. Some of you might not. Most of you will, hopefully. If you don't want to hear it, you don't want your kids to hear it, turn it off, listen to it later, or, just not.
Put your kids to bed.
Yes.
So from starting that out, we are allowed to cuss whenever we want.
Fuck yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon?
Okay. So we're catching up on some stuff. Adam and I do this thing where we usually talk on a regular basis, and if we don't talk, I'm like, okay, usually there's something going on that he wants to save just for podcast.
Yes. So
the first thing we're going to dive into is you have a sweet podcast story, apparently.
I do, but I would... Should we start with that?
No, we should start with KKK Wednesdays.
Start with KKK Wednesdays, most definitely.
So, turns out, by the way, usually if you guys watch all the way to the end of the pod shows, I put a nice big disclaimer again in the credits, if you will, about how none of this is researched. This is all just opinion. We usually just sit down and say, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I heard this happen.
Right. We are not experts and usually don't do so much research. However, we found a story on Yahoo, which if it's on Yahoo, it's got to be true. But a town in the UK that is famous for the Krispy Kreme donut chain. We have a Krispy Kreme here in Chillicothe, and it's locally owned by a local family.
And it's spelled with C.
And it's spelled with a C. The Krispy Kreme donuts that you guys might see out in your neighborhood is the K. And they're not the same. No matter what anyone tells you, they're not the same. I believe the Krispy Kreme of the K is more like a Tim Hortons.
It is. It's like a more mass-produced. You can get them in a box at Kroger or your local grocery store.
Right. And the Krispy Kreme with the C is more, like I said, family. You got to go in.
It is handmade.
You got to go in there, and usually you have to know them, or but they do outstanding.
They're very nice in there too.
They really are.
It's upsetting at times.
But this, man, I don't even know what how do I want to get into this.
Okay. Well, this was in the UK to kind of market to a week-long break that the kids were having. To get them to come in and have donuts, I guess. Which, starting out, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, you gotta sell. If you sell donuts, you gotta find a way to sell donuts.
Exactly.
So, I mean, anyways, they decided to call it the Krispy Kreme Club, and it's all spelled with a K, thus being KKK Wednesdays. Today's only Tuesday, so tomorrow we're getting donuts for sure.
Well, actually, it's Wednesday in the UK.
This is true. Donuts tonight.
If I would have seen this earlier, I would have stopped and got our Krispy Kreme donuts.
Awesome. And no, our Krispy Kreme is not doing the KKK Wednesdays.
No. They would do the CCC.
No good acronyms for that one.
Nothing.
So they went ahead and they apologized and they changed the name. How incredible. I just want to know, there's going to be someone that was like, we probably shouldn't do that.
One person had to, but there was probably someone like you or me. Come on, guys, KKK Wednesdays. This is going to make the news.
Stop being so sensitive.
Awesome. We're in the UK. We don't worry about that.
So, if you're feeling the mood for donuts, stop at Krispy Kreme and pick some up. I don't know what they're going to do now for their week-long off.
Right.
It doesn't say they're going to call it. We're going to go ahead with the KKK, just under a different name is what they said. So
maybe they'll change the third K to a C, and maybe they'll just spell everything right now.
Really, truly. No knock on Krispy Kreme, because we love Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, I absolutely love both of them. K's and C's.
I'm literally not going to be able to have anything. I put a 3-month stamp on
Sugars and sweets, donuts, pies, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, right now Kristen was in this let's lose weight and get in shape because we're going to the beach and we want to look sexy. So I was like, okay.
I'm probably going to go, so there's shit on luck anyway.
I mean, looking next to this guy. But so we've been at the gym, we've been getting it, and a long time ago, I used to compete in MMA, and I was in shape. I was as skinny as this guy.
Yeah.
And so when
except with muscle tone, and he looked healthier.
Yeah, believe it or not.
People think that people see pictures of me.
What's wrong with him?
No, seriously. A guy I play Xbox with, and him and Drew, I let him on Facebook, and he saw a picture of me. He asked Drew, "Is there something wrong with him? Is he like really sick? Is he okay?"
It's not right. Adam eats all the time, by the way, guys.
I really do.
All the time.
And it's not like I don't have. No, I cook like big portion meals, and I don't know where it goes. I know where it goes. Toilet.
Anyways,
not the kind, but.
So we've been at the gym, busting our butts and trying to get in shape, and so I've been eating super, super clean. So Kristen the other day was like, "Well, we should, set cheat days." It's like, you can't set cheat days starting out.
No, cheat days is the first step to failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your first goal is to set a cheat day.
When your first is just to work out until you can get to Saturday. When you're going through your entire week going, if I just make it to Saturday, I'm going to have a pizza, a cake,
right,
4 pies.
And so then I try to explain to her, like, it's not cheat day, it's cheat meal. It's just one meal.
Yeah.
And so she's
pizza,
having
a pie, 2 corn dogs, and 5 cheese.
A small child.
A small child.
So she's having a fun time adjusting and readjusting, and she's hanging in there doing pretty good. But I've definitely been getting at it. So I'd like to, honestly, I'm super overweight for what I used to be, and I'd like to get back down into fighting shape, and I'd like to compete again.
Really?
One more off. I won my last fight. The last fight I had, I won in 19 seconds. So I was kind of like, yeah, I was hoping to get someone who's going to...
Right.
And no disrespect to him. He's a really nice fella, and I'm good friends with him now. But I'd like to get one where I get beat up pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm weird. I
understand. I mean, I wouldn't, but, I understand. We will not be doing a video of me and him fighting.
He'd win. I'm so fat and winded right now.
I would just have to run. I would just have to stay out of arm's reach.
I'll throw a shoe at you.
You've only got 2 of those, motherfucker.
So the goal is there's a 5K that's local here. What is it? What's it for? What is it? It raises money for something.
Last year they raised money for the fireworks display.
Oh, okay.
It's that one. It's for nothing really important. Yeah. But you know what?
Fudge that. You know what?
It's a 5K.
We'll find a reason to do something else.
Right. I'm still gonna do it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but
okay.
We'll
right.
donate money somewhere that's not
to
a fireworks display.
Right. No, I mean you still have to pay to run in it.
I know.
It's kind of stupid. But I mean, I understand you have to pay. You can't just show up.
Can you get a headband?
No, I had to pay extra for that shit. I might have got the shirt for free, but the headband I had to pay extra.
Time out. We're paying to run in a race in a town that we get to run in anyways.
Yeah, but they close off the street, so you don't have... No, I guess you could just run through traffic anyway. If you wait till 3 o'clock in the morning, you can run the same route.
Awesome. So we're going to run a 5K for no reason whatsoever.
Maybe we'll have some GoPros by that point, and we'll have Kristen at some strategic points watching us struggle along. Yeah. We'll make a little video with to like, you know.
Have you seen the
Eye of the
video
Tiger.
of the? That's so funny you said that. I always said that if I ever was a stripper, that would be my song.
Oh my God.
That'd be my jam. Have you seen the video of the guy on YouTube? He goes to the gym and he's like eating donuts and shit and ice cream.
Yes.
He puts like donuts on a string from the bench press and he's like, "Ah!"
I love
video.
it. That was great.
I thought of that because we went to the gym today and someone had a big ass bag of McDonald's just sitting on the front counter.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's all right.
But it's funny though, because when I used to cut weight and stuff, and cutting weight for fighters or wrestlers is like the worst time ever because you're grumpy, you're thirsty, you're hungry, you don't sleep well. It sucks to cut weight. But we used to torture each other and like eat just shit in front of each other.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna eat this whole thing of Twinkies just because I can, right in front of you
Oh
while you're
God.
trying to cut. So it's funny. I think it's funny. But being so sensitive, Krispy Kreme. What else? So I also have been watching a lot of YouTube, but I've been watching a lot of movies from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been like rediscovering movies that I haven't seen in a long time.
Anything good?
Have you ever heard of the movie Surf Ninja? With Ernie Reyes Jr. and Sr. and Rob Schneider?
I believe I have heard of that.
It was one of my favorite movies growing up, and it's close to my heart because there's a bunch of Filipinos running around, and Filipino Rob Schneider is just great because he's redheaded. But Gabe and I sat and watched it, and we had us a time. We were laughing and singing and cheering, and makes me want to surf to an island and kick somebody.
Speaking of islands, you hear about the tsunami warnings in Japan? It was like, was it yesterday, day before?
I mean, it's either an earthquake or tsunami in Japan. Like,
one
it's always
causes the
something.
other.
Right? I haven't heard.
I haven't heard anything about, you know, a tsunami actually hitting, but there was warnings. So I'm assuming nothing happened. Since it's not right here on Yahoo's front page.
I'm trying to think. There's a story, a legend, I should say. I can't think of it.
I love the earth. Yeah, I love
I
that.
can't think of its name. Namazu?
Namazu?
Anyways,
yeah.
so the story is a giant catfish that lives under the island of Japan, and whenever it's just like, fuck it, it starts like rattling around. That's what causes the earthquakes. Jeremy Wade, we watch a show called Deadliest Cat? Is it Deadly? No.
River Monsters.
River Monsters, thank you. I'm glad
problem.
you watch it.
I don't. I don't watch it.
But we watch it all the time. It's just sad that I don't know the name. Sorry, I just got to work it out. I'm not here.
No, I kind of just walked in the door and like podcast, and you're like, really? I'm like, yeah, podcast.
But Jeremy
right.
Wade went to Japan and he tried catching one of these giant catfish, which is close to my heart because I love going catfishing. It's one of
We
my
have to do that
favorite
again
pastimes.
later.
We're definitely gonna
later
do that
in the
again.
year, and we're gonna take extra
When
firewood.
did we get? We went
We went
pretty
in
early.
May. We went in May.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible.
It like dropped down to like the 40s.
We had like a wind chill, like -2. It was so cold.
It was cold. I fell asleep on the ground
Next to in the fire.
in the fire. It's the only place I could find any type of comfort.
But yeah. Anyway, so I watched Surf Ninja. I watched Beastmaster. Have you heard of Beastmaster? Apparently, there's 3 of them I'm looking at. And I didn't know that.
The Eye of Braxis, huh?
It's about a guy who is connected to certain animals. Toto and Kodo. He had ferrets that would steal shit.
I could see a ferret doing that.
What else? Gunther and the Paper Brigade. You remember that movie?
No, I've never even heard of that.
It has Squints Palladorus in it. It's about a kid that moves from New York to small suburbia, and he takes over paper route and has to. I guess it's an intense thing to deliver papers via bike. But it's funny because that was in 1996. So in 1996, we had Paper Boys, and they also showed a milkman, an Asian milkman who was super Asian,
Yeah.
by the way. But my first thought was, how funny that there's a milkman, because what an odd job anyways. Like, I'm going to deliver not all your groceries, just your milk. Like, why was there never like a carrot man who just delivered carrots to your
Because
house.
you don't need carrots every day.
Do you need milk every day?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
A lot of people, yeah, they
I'm
use milk every
lactose,
day.
so it doesn't.
Right? It doesn't stop you, but
But anyways, there's a scene where Squints, I don't know his name, so he's always going to be Squints to me. He goes off on his friend and he's like, "This is the number one way that this neighborhood gets its news." And I'm like, how incredible. In 1996, that the mass media was given out by hand by adolescent boys on bicycles.
no wonder times were better because nobody
No one
had
knew
the news.
shit. No one knew
We have the
nothing.
internet, everybody knows what's going on, and everybody is just miserable.
So yeah, I watched that and that was funny. Watched Pauly Shore's In the Army Now. Have you seen that?
I have.
Right, that-
Love it.
That's another good one.
Unfortunately, I love Pauly Shore movies.
You know why? Because he is the less serious Adam Sandler. Because
He's the funny Adam Sandler.
he's the same person in every movie. Biodome.
Oh my god, yes he is.
What else?
There's in the Army Biodome, and then there's the one where he marries
Into a country family.
into a country family. Yeah.
What is the name of that? Son-in-law.
Thank you.
That's a good one. It's a fake marriage, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Spoilers.
literally.
Spoilers.
If you don't, it was 1994. If you don't,
Dude, we
know.
could get this thing flagged and taken down for spoilers now.
Eh. So yeah, he's the same character in all those movies. But yeah, it was really
now,
really
is he
fun.
the same character, or is he just kind of just? Are they filming a movie and he wanders on set? because I have a theory.
Fuck, just write him in.
Because I have a theory that every Matthew McConaughey movie is that.
Yeah.
Every movie he's in, they're filming and he just wanders in, says something, and then just walks out. And they're like, fuck it, leave it in. And then he just wanders in the next day to another scene. He thinks it's real life.
I can see that. Sidekicks with Jonathan Brandis, the late great Jonathan Brandis. Nothing? It's about a kid who he always kind of zones out and he goes in these daydreams about being Chuck Norris's best friend. It's great. And then he ends up being taught by an uber Asian guy who owns a Chinese restaurant named Frying Dragon.
Excuse me?
Frying, not flying, Frying Dragon.
Because he knew he couldn't say flying, so he just changed it to an R.
Super racist, but we're not sensitive. It's 1992. We're not sensitive about it.
I need a second after that one.
But I love Jonathan Brandis is probably one of the most underrated kid actors ever, and it's because that he had a short life. He passed away in his late 20s, early 30s. But he did things like The Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield. Not a clue? Come on here. Sequest. Come on, he talked to a dolphin.
That one sounds familiar.
All right. So he did a lot of good movies. And then, class of 1999. Are you aware? Have you heard of this one? This was this movie was, I think it had a $5 million budget and it only made $2 million. Like, it was one of those like high hopes,
Yeah.
nothing. Like, kind of like The Last Airbender.
I was gonna say like the Last Airbender, huh?
But it's one of my cult favorite movies. Cult classic.
We all have those. I can't remember what any of mine are, but we all have those.
So that's what I've been doing on YouTube lately. Not to mention, congratulations to Markiplier.
Yes.
I watched his very touching video on his $6 million
$6
million subscribers. Congratulations to him. That's quite an achievement.
Speaking of subscribers, be sure to like and subscribe our video and us. And
I'll put a blinking star.
there we go.
Subscribe.
Yeah, helps us out. If we get subscribers, we're gonna
That means
do
you
more.
be shifted DuPont.
If we see subscribers, we're gonna go, man, we got people actually watching us now. It's not just people stumbling on watching 2 minutes of the video going nope and just clicking next. Subscribers mean you like us. Subscribers mean we're gonna do more.
Yeah, I don't even think I've subscribed yet. So
I think I did.
either way,
Is that terrible that we don't even know? We
it's because we're so lackadaisical, and it's this is just fun. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I watched. That's what I've been doing on YouTube.
I watched a Conan thing with Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead. They went to a Korean spa.
And they were naked.
Yes, there was a lot of nudity in it. It was all blurred out, thank God.
I saw that and was like, what the hell is this? You know what? I'm not looking. Glenn is not going to ruin my day.
But, I think it's a really smart move for Stephen Ewan to do.
Start expanding because in the season his character's going to die?
Well, no, because he does a lot of stuff with Conan, humor-wise.
Right.
So it's not just, he's not just going to rest on his Walking Dead laurels and get typecast of that. Look, he can do humor things.
What about his Indiana Jones lore?
Was he in there?
I'm pretty sure he was Small Fry. Or was it Small Fry? What was his name?
I don't know.
I'm not an indie fan. Sorry, guys.
But no, I mean, he might. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually he got his own talk show,
like Chris Hardwick.
Well, I was gonna go like
from Nerdist.
He has everything now. He's got a lot of stuff. He has
the sweetest bowling show on YouTube I've ever seen. Go check that out. Go ahead.
No, but I mean, I could see Stephen Ewan having a late night talk show at some point.
Yeah, us Asians, we're coming up, man.
You really are. Congratulations! It's only taken you like forever.
We've only been building railroads since the beginning of the U.S.
You built a wall. You're like, oh, okay, we'll go over here, build a railroad, and
there's a new show on I think it's ABC. I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I've seen commercials, but it's called Fresh Off the Ship, I believe. It's about an Asian family.
Oh, I watched about 5 minutes of that.
Is it called Fresh Off the Ship?
It's something like that. Fresh
off the boat.
I watched 5 minutes of it today before I came over here.
Did it remind you of My Family?
No, it was a terrible show. I didn't care. I did not care for it.
God, was it terrible because it was completely stereotypical?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's just I watched a bad 5 minutes of it. I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
That's disappointing to hear because I was wanting to watch it.
Well, I mean, definitely, watch it. Draw your own conclusions.
It's just going to bring up some bad memories from my childhood. That does not make any sense.
Let's see. So, Walking Dead.
Oh, let's talk about that because Walking Dead is back after its season 5 break. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert. I'm going to say that since Adam's paranoid about that.
No, I was just doing it for humor's sake.
Oh, I'm not. If we get flagged for talking about
a movie from the 90s,
yeah, fuck them.
Well, now they'll definitely flag us.
So Walking Dead is back on, and before the break, we saw the death of what's her face. Beth, thank you.
No problem.
The little blonde girl that sings all the time and who was, in my opinion, very inconsequential to the storyline, but when she died, people lost their fucking mind about it.
Yes, they did.
It's like, what's the big deal? I felt more sad when the little girl killed her other sister.
Right?
I felt worse then.
Did anybody feel bad when Carol had to kill her? Or when Carol did kill her?
I think people, yeah. I thought it was a pretty significant, wow.
Now, I don't want, I'm going to say, this is what I've been thinking of ever since.
Be sensitive.
I'm not. No.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Be sensitive.
That little girl's actions is what led her to have to be shot. She was feeding the walkers outside the fence, drawing more of them in.
Okay.
If the walkers weren't being drawn to the fence and pushed it in, then they wouldn't.
Are you talking more of like a safety measure for what's best for the group? Is that where you're going with this?
No, I'm just saying it was like a butterfly effect. A butterfly effect. If she didn't do that, then the walkers wouldn't have pushed in the gate, and it wouldn't have been as bad.
Okay.
The governor still would have came in with a tank
and fucked everybody up.
But I don't think it would have been as bad.
So wait, like I said, is it more of you're looking at it from a justice standpoint, or just a evil necessity that had to happen?
A series of events that she just brought that on herself.
Okay. Well, all in all, she went nuts.
She was.
So, can you really hold her accountable for her actions? Because in this great country, a lot of people who claim insanity aren't. So,
right.
Are these morals still standing? I mean, at this point, I don't think there is no morals that you can stand because everyone has killed someone for one reason or the other.
Right.
So, you know what? I think...
Okay, I don't feel bad for the little girl dying. I feel bad for Carol having to shoot her.
Okay.
I feel bad for Carol. Not for the little girl dying.
I don't want to say that it could have been handled better, but it was definitely like an old Yeller situation.
Oh my god.
Where it's just old Yeller, she had some rabies, just wasn't acting right. We got to put her down.
Oh god.
I feel like,
Yeah, I could see that.
and you know me, because I'm like, fuck it. In this situation, I'm killing everybody and getting mine.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
If you're standing between
Which is
me-
why if a zombie apocalypse happens, I'm not going anywhere near you for fear of having something that you want.
So, that's just me. So I'm okay with, you do your thing. I think it could have been handled differently.
I think that they knew something was wrong with her.
Absolutely. But is it in your place or your judgment to say there's something wrong with you? You're probably going to die anyway. So let me go ahead
I'm
and-
saying more of like a keep an eye on her, maybe talk to her about it.
there's no talking to her past then, because she wasn't even aware of what she did per se. Maybe she was at the same time.
She was trying to prove a point with her sister.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think they could have just,
I think she was too far gone, yes.
I think they could have just did what some parents do to their kids in Walmart and just go look at that shirt and there's a new toy on the rack. And
Well, they did
nip
find
that.
that one fire station full of walkers they could just drop around there.
Right? I don't think it was necessary.
The shooter?
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary to kill her. I think Carol has a really bad habit of taking responsibility upon herself that's not hers, such as killing the people that were sick at the prison. Were they at the prison? They were at the prison.
Yes.
When they all got sick. I think Carol takes that responsibility on herself that she shouldn't. And I think that in most things in life, when you have a clear-cut leader, people either need to be leaders or not be leaders, and they can't jump from one or the other as they please, because it causes issues and it causes chaos. Like, she's lucky Tyrese didn't just beat her face in.
Now, could she have done that because she went through, in her marriage, she had absolutely no control over anything, and she finally saw something in her life that she could take control? I mean, she lost her husband, she lost her kid, they were looking for her kid, found her dead.
Right.
Well, alive, whatever. But, and then she, she had absolutely nothing to lose. She had absolutely nothing going for her.
So, but-
she decided, she said,
Okay.
all right, I'm going to have power over my own destiny now, because no one's here to
So
stop
let's say that is the reasoning. So then, as a group, knowing that could be an issue and that could cause for bad things to happen, would it be okay to kill her just as she killed someone who was just as much of a risk?
me. No, because she's the main character. She has to have a better death than that.
You know what? Basing on the deaths that have happened this season, good deaths don't really matter at this point.
No.
I haven't seen a good death since T-Dog. That's a joke, by the way. I thought they did him wrong.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So Beth gets shot. I thought that storyline ended really lackluster, because if I was Rick and crew, all them people would have been dead. Period. Like I said, I'm getting mine. They had energy still. They had food. They had medicine. Wasn't a lot. They're running out, but it would have been a place to crash for a month
Yeah.
before moving on.
Recoup and yeah.
And they had weapons.
That's a pretty big stockpile of everything. I mean,
Yep.
even a month of staying in a building that had power.
A week.
A week with power,
Hot water.
medicine, electricity, resupply on ammo.
Sleeping in a bed.
That does
Take
sound
that for
pretty-
granted.
Everybody has their own room
Yeah,
with walls, not just like prison cell
right.
bars.
I mean, I would have taken over that fucking hospital by force if need be. Most likely by force, because all that food wasn't feeding everyone. So, if I'm going to claim my group, this is my group, and this is who I'm going to protect, and I'm going to do anything that I need to do to make sure that this group stays in whatever condition it needs to stay in. I probably wouldn't take newbies in. That's just my thing. Like, really wouldn't. What do you think about Everybody Hates Chris Kid? I can't think of his name. There's Naked Steve.
There it is.
There's
Naked
Steve Young.
All right. All right.
Crap, what is his name?
I mean, he had.
I see. I'm such a.
I got nothing on him. I got nothing.
I can't.
I got no name. I don't have any.
Wow, when you look up Walking Dead, it just straight gives you like the first season. I don't even know who that guy is. Stranger Danger. What is his name? You know, there's people. You guys
Have
probably
you tried IMDb?
There's people at home now screaming at the computer like it's fucking.
No, there's
whatever.
people at DuPont screaming at the computer. Love you guys. I'm not very helpful.
You have a computer right in front of you, asshole.
I know. Oh,
No, Terry Crews is a big buff guy.
Tyler James Williams.
Thank you.
Tyler James Williams.
And his care.
Tyler Jimmy Bills.
He's Noah. Holy shit, Noah. Sorry to anyone who's screaming at the fucking top of their lungs. It's fucking Noah. His name's Noah. You know what? He looks like Chris to me. You never watched the show?
No, I've seen commercials for it and went, no, all right.
You know what it is? It's just the race thing, isn't it? You looked at an Asian family sitcom, and you're like, nope. You looked at a black family sitcom, nope.
Yeah, that's
But you love Gilmore Girls.
No, I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
But you are gonna get donuts tomorrow, aren't you?
I might stop. No, they'll be closed by when I leave here. So I might get donuts on my way back. I won't share them with anybody, but I'll have donuts on my own. I won't even leave my room. I'll just eat donuts all day.
That was so painful. Okay, so Noah. What do you think about Noah?
I don't have any opinion on him. He's got a bum leg. I mean, if you look at it this way, he's got a bum leg. He's going to be slow.
Yeah.
So you don't have to walk. You don't have to run nearly as fast.
You know, I think he's a bit of a bitch. I'm going to put that out there. Go ahead and post, how horrible I am. He's a bitch. If we're going to take you into a town, and we're going to catch you guys up, so here's a big time spoiler. So if I'm going to take you into your town where you said there, things are not looking good, and then you freak out because things don't look good, and you run away, I'm not going to chase you.
No?
Yeah. Because what happened to Tyrese when he chased him?
I want to know how that walker got out of that room. That walker has been in that room for, at the very least, weeks. How did he get out?
Well, it appeared that he was in and out because it appears that he ate his brother. His twin brother.
No, I think Noah's the twin.
No, Noah's not the twin.
Are you sure?
No, he had two little twin brothers.
Okay. Because I feel like that was a lie Noah was telling.
No.
Okay. Well, there was the one that was in the room, dead.
On the bed.
Yes.
With his guts eaten out.
Yes. But then the other one was in a room with the door closed. That's why Tyrese didn't do anything. The door was closed and he was trapped in there.
Maybe there was a bathroom door on the other side somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. I need a layout to this house, blueprints. If you can find those, drop me a link.
I felt like that was a painful to get to this segue. Trying to figure out his name.
Noah. It was Noah.
Anyway, so Tyrese takes a bite from this guy.
Yeah.
From this little guy.
Yeah.
Because Noah's acting like a little bitch, and I understand it's his family, he wants to run there, but I think at this point, like, I would just expect the worst always.
Yeah.
Like always.
If this area is like, if that area was like the way it was, I'm expecting the worst. I would eventually want to go back to my house.
Right.
But I would not be running there.
I would say I
would want to have another person in here too.
So I wouldn't risk the safety of the group or anybody else to go do my thing. Like I would definitely, if anything, I'd go by myself and be like, all right, stay here. You know what I mean? Or whatnot. And I wouldn't separate from another person. That's the number one thing. Even if it's room to room.
Yeah.
I still want to, we have to be at eye shot at each other at least.
Right.
Especially if we're just, going through a house.
I mean, you had Rick and Tyrese there as the group that was going. And who else was there? Carol was not there. It was Tyrese.
Steve was there.
Yeah.
Glenn, sorry.
Glenn, yeah. I couldn't think of Glenn's name. Yeah, I mean, you had... plenty of
Michonne was there also.
Michonne was there.
They went. I mean, they went and they were looking around.
They would eventually got to that house if they were doing
What was
that.
Noah sat down on the ground and was crying like a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And they're just like, all right, well, while you're doing that, we're gonna at least be somewhat productive and go
Right?
scavenge.
And I guess there's a big, a lot of signs pointing. And this is my fault. I haven't got past. I'm at volume 17 in the comics, but apparently Glenn is supposed to die this season.
No.
In which case, I'll probably stop watching the show.
I might watch it for Michonne.
Think so?
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of good character build going on.
No.
Like, I feel like they've kind of hit a wall in the writing and was just like, man.
Right.
We should probably start looking at the comic book now.
We should probably just start killing people off and get a new group in here. And...
Yeah. But they're not building any character. And partly because I feel like the storyline is just progressing so fucking fast. Like, they could have done a whole lot with... Terminus was a big one. They were trying to get to Terminus for, it seemed like, 3 years.
Right.
And then they were there for a week.
If
that. I mean, they could have done the people from Terminus chase them. That could have been a whole season by itself. Mm-hmm. And that was done with in a week in one episode. So I feel like they're just like pounding through these episodes, and it's not giving any good character build. I have to question the writing a lot, and I did that especially with Tyrese dying from one fucking biter, who was half his size when 2 seasons ago he jumped into a gymnasium.
When he got out of that car with the hammer, and fought back that horde,
and then he went into the gym.
Yeah.
And fought hundreds of
another horde.
And he's gonna get bit by one, and I question the writing. There's no logic.
Yeah.
There's no logic there.
I will put a little bit of blame on him. He knew there was one in there. He probably should have tried to take care of it, or close the door behind him when he was looking at that room.
I do appreciate what they did in the episode. They did a lot of him hallucinating and seeing people who were dead. I was happy to see the governor again. The governor.
I was not. I hate the governor.
I know that season was really rough for us to swallow, but I appreciate the governor because of the comic book mainly. He's a great character in the comic book. Oh, you bastard.
Got it.
But I like that. I do like how they were pretty much going in this like, okay, he could survive if he wanted to. He kind of made the choice in the end to go ahead and go. Did you catch that in the end of that episode when he's riding in the car? And he was like, go ahead and turn that radio up or turn it down or whatever. One of those. And so he decided to die, which is kind of cool. Being that he wanted to kill himself anyways, jumping in those hordes like that. Yeah, that's kind of his ultimate.
Well, and
thing.
then he had that thing where he got that will to live, traveling with Judith, and protecting her.
Yeah,
and then he reunited with Rick, and then he just kind of like, all right, well, my work here is done.
Well, no, because he even mentioned that of how if he would have died, he wouldn't have been able to save Judith and then reunite here with her family and blah, blah, blah. But so I would still think that you would still have that sense of, I'm a protector. Yeah. Judith is still not nothing. She's dead in the comic book.
Yes.
So, I think she's just kind of some weight back there. But, I don't know. I thought it was kind of a crap kill. If you're gonna kill some character, let's
Yeah, I agree.
And they gave the whole episode to kind of give a homage to his character and what his character has been through. But I still think that him going down without a blaze of glory was not.
Oh yeah.
Not what I would have done. Like I said, the writing to me is really inconsistent.
Yeah.
And then there are signs that Glenn, like I said, is going to die by Negan, I think his name is. who there was a lot of things that was pointing to him, like there's a lot of subtle drops and hints, like the W's that were carved in the walkers' heads,
The
pieces
weird
everywhere.
metal collar in the one, the torsos in the trunk.
Yeah. So what I think is happening is someone's weaponizing the walkers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because it looked like a bunch of explosions.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. To say that I'm losing interest is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it nearly as much as I was.
Yeah. I missed last week's,
Mm-hmm.
which today's the 17th, so last week's would have been on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
I missed it because I was playing Guild Wars. I was way more into that than I was catching up to Walking Dead. So
Yeah.
that should, I mean,
That's,
like I
yeah.
said, the writing is just bleh to me. It's just bad. Why Daryl didn't go is beyond me, because he always goes on any excursion or
Yeah.
anything. I know that he's pretty torn up about Beth, but that wouldn't have kept him from breaking his norm,
Right.
which would have been, I'm this guy, I go hunt, I go do this, and I'm usually Rick's right hand man. He wouldn't have broke from that just because
yeah.
Beth died. So I don't know. I don't know.
Neither one.
Carl Papa's still not doing nothing. I think they're giving Noah's character a whole lot of love that they shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're still waiting for Morgan to catch up. He's still back there. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. One person can move faster than that
I was
entire
saying,
group.
I don't know why he hasn't caught them yet, but he
was
hasn't.
right behind him in one of the episodes.
Yep. Peter Gabriel's still alive. Spoiler: he dies. Morgan kills him in the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And he's another character that I'm like, there's no character build there, and there
Yeah.
shouldn't be, because there's really no character there. Like he's a bitch too, and like there's no reason to keep him alive, because he wouldn't survive in this environment. Much like I said,
No, there's no way he couldn't, because he stayed in a church for a year by himself.
right. It was much like I said. I think it was 2 podcasts ago about killing Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
When I found out that he served no purpose, he would have been dead.
Right.
Much like the little girls in Carol.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Carol was no use there at the beginning, but look at her now. Carol's pulling their asses out of the fire.
That's true.
Multiple times.
See, that's true. So then maybe she shouldn't have killed the little girl. That little girl might, I don't know, hunt them some rats someday.
Little girl was good at finding rats, yeah. That's about all she was good at. Killing sisters. She was good at that.
She was a scientist. She had
She did
had
dissect a
theory.
rat.
Well, yeah, but she had a theory about the walkers and still having feelings, and
Yeah.
she could communicate with them somewhat. In her head, she could.
In her head, yeah. In my head, I can do a lot of things too.
So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, shit. I'll play that with sound. Mockingjay, Part 1.
Ugh.
The Hunger Games.
I'm okay.
Yeah, me too. So, I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, I don't know what else that they can do to pique my interest. Because and it's sad to say, because we were crazy about The Walking Dead. Like, nutso.
We were. We had an entire podcast just Walking Dead. And now we're sitting there talking about KKK Wednesdays. And we used to lead with Walking Dead, and everything else was just kind of just trailing towards the end.
Right.
Now we're leading with other things. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because it just got so merchandised.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about writing, since they can just sell merchandise and get just as much money.
Well, here's also another thing. We are so nerdy that when things become popular, we instantly are like, no,
No.
we can't like that anymore.
Right. People like this. No, I'm good.
Just how like how we are discussing our nerd culture and how nerd culture is becoming so forefront and mainstream that I'm like,
Yeah.
we went fucking bowling the other day, and every dude, I was wearing my Millennium Falcon shirt that you bought me
Yes.
for Christmas, and every dude that bowled either to the left or right of us was either wearing a Marvel shirt or a DC shirt. Thanks. By the way, for the record, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop the internet. I'm not a fan of Batman.
I know you're not.
Not a fan. Not a fan of Superman.
Oh, I hate Superman.
Why is it called DC Comics when DC stands for Detective Comics? So then technically it's Detective Comics Comics.
I don't know.
Makes no sense to me.
I know it doesn't.
However, I will say that Batman has the best villains.
He does have a very good. Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, back to Walking Dead.
Is there anything else on Walking Dead to talk about? I mean,
Well, you still need to eat your big jar of pudding.
oh yeah, I do. The big can of pudding.
Got to do that still.
I still have to do that.
I miss Glenn's hat.
What happened to that hat?
He got laid. That's what.
Oh, that's
he
right.
lost. He lost his
He
V
did.
card.
He did,
To the
didn't
farmer's
he?
daughter. She is just Maggie. She just got signed to like her first major motion picture.
Wow.
So congrats to that. That's
Very
pretty
nice.
sweet.
Yeah. Oh, the radio that Tyrese was hearing in the episode?
That was Rick.
Yes, Rick's actual British voice.
Oh, and you know it was actual storyline from, was it Rwanda? Is that what's going on?
I don't know.
It's one of those things. I can't remember. But no, it was actual readings from something that happened in another country. Like it wasn't based on
Right.
the storyline. It was actual what was happening in
Alright.
another country. I'm pretty sure it was Rwanda.
Oh, that sounds believable. I'll go with that. Andrew Lincoln.
Yes.
Yes.
He too is an English English
So is
actor.
so is Maggie.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. I heard
it's-
her on Talking Dead the other night. I was like, holy.
Yeah, well, I mean, no. Is she English or is she an Aussie? I think she's an Aussie.
Is she an Aussie? She's got not a southern accent, so.
Yeah. She is a looker.
Yeah.
She is a looker.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah. You know, and I don't like the storyline.
No,
I don't like Abraham.
It's not really working towards anything right now.
Yeah,
Right now, it's focusing just on
exactly.
survival.
And not even that.
No.
It's just kind of like,
Is it whiny?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's actually a very good way of putting it, because it's like we're not going left, we're not going right. We're just meh. And Rick decided that they are going to go to Washington D.C.
Okay.
He did decide that. Well, Michonne decided that, and he was like, "All right, fine." But by the way, Michonne's talking a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I dig that or
I
not.
don't know. Yeah.
It takes the mystique away from her. She's
It
just
does.
the silent ninja. There's a reason.
Well, we know more about Michonne than we do about Glenn. We know Glenn was a pizza driver.
That's
or pizza
true.
delivery, and that's it. We know absolutely nothing else about Glenn.
You're right. You're right. He's a typical Asian. His grandfather was a proud owner of the Frying Dragon. He left the family because his grandfather took in a white kid and taught him how to fight karate.
He's like, you dishonor me, grandfather. I'm going to deliver pizzas now.
Anyways, I don't like Abraham. I don't like Rosalita or whatever her name is.
No.
Salsa.
Salsa.
I don't like Eugene. He would have been dead a long time ago. I miss Dale. I miss Shane.
Finally, someone misses Dale. It's not just me. I almost quit watching when he died.
I'm pretty sure he's still alive in the comic books at this point.
I think he is.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure him and Andrea both. Which I hate Andrea. I'm glad they killed her
Yeah,
off.
that was.
She's
She got
not
off way too easy, in my opinion.
Nearly as annoying in the comic book.
Andrea was just trying to. In the show, she was trying to like, broker peace between both groups, get them together, but that wasn't going to happen.
Once again, you either have a leader or you don't lead. You lead or you don't lead. You can't do
you
both.
cannot have two leaders.
Yep. I think she was just. I hated her face too. I just hate your face.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say Miss Laurie, but I don't. I hate her too. I miss those characters that were a little combustible. Give me some combustible characters, huh?
Yeah.
Give me Merle. I like Merle.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody didn't know what they were going to do next.
Look at this motherfucker. So, and Rick's kind of...
Rick's getting tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too. Well, you know what? Shit, he was tired in the prison.
Yeah.
He was over it.
But he was settling. He was
That's right.
all up to the prison. He had to push everybody. He got to the prison, and he could finally breathe and relax. He started to settle in.
When the farm went under, that he was just like, "Fuck you guys! I'm taking control of this shit, and if you don't like it."
Yeah. Right after the farm burned down. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, "I
Right.
told you to fuck." Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Rick then. Well, I like Crazy Rick now because Rick just will kill anybody.
No. Crazy Rick bites people's jugulars. We have only seen Crazy Rick once.
It's like a mama bear.
Yes.
Did he didn't even do that? The dude that was trying to butt fuck his.
No, he just did the guy that was next to him, and then he just. I can't even. I was so in awe. Not even shocked, just awe. Just awe. That's nice.
Oh man. Good old. Do you think they're gonna expand the story where Carl kind of takes over after? At some point, Rick's gonna die.
Yeah.
I've already deciphered this.
Yeah.
Because, and I think in anything, you either live long enough to become a villain, or you just outlive your stay.
I mean, are they like when this one's over? I know they talk about going to the West Coast.
The West Coast.
After that one, are they going to do a
I think they're
future thing and have Carl's group?
I don't know. Carl will be the super survivor, though.
Yeah, him and Judith.
I don't even think so much Judith.
Well, no, I'm assuming Judith would still have to be in it. People would go, "Oh my God, Judith grew up! Look at that!"
Right. It's kind of like Korra from Airbender. Everything goes back to Airbender, guys.
Everything.
I don't see, and I think that would be kind of like, nah. I don't know if I'd dig that
Right.
either.
Well, if he settles down, he could be the Carl Corral. And that's what I will refer to it as.
The Carl Corral Club.
Carl
The CCC.
The Oh, there we go. You're welcome, Krispy Kreme of Chillicothe, Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know. See, and I might not even watch the one that comes out on the West Coast.
Yeah, no. I'll watch the first one, just go, oh, it's going to be in this area? And then that would decide. If it's going to be in, like, Southern California, no. If it's going to be in, Washington or Oregon, where it's just forest, probably not.
It's like watching the OC.
The OC. Yeah.
Welcome, OC, bitch.
Probably the same thing, because I don't really think anybody in that show was alive.
They all kind of died off. I love the OC.
I remember watching it when
I
it first started.
love the OC. You know what? I dated a girl who bought the whole set for me, and when we broke up, she fucking took it, except for one. Except for season 1, which was the best season, but...
Yeah.
I was a big fan of the OC. I was also 13? 14? Speak 14?
We were in middle school.
Was it middle school?
It was middle school. It was like
Holy
7th or 8th
shit,
grade.
It was middle school
Yeah.
because I completely tried using it to hook up with a chick who was also a fan of the OC. Nobody watched the OC, or nobody would admit to watching the OC until I said something to a girl that had my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, I love that show." And then so we started watching the show together all the time.
Oh.
Did not hook up, by the way. She did bake me cookies one time, and that was as intimate as it got. California.
God.
He's now the kid that was on that show. I can't remember his name. He looks like a young Russell Crowe, but he plays in Gotham now.
I have not seen Gotham yet.
You know what? I haven't seen it either because I don't like Batman.
Right?
But the commercials are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will be easier to find.
Gotham
Ben
tag.
McKenzie.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Benjamin McKenzie.
Ben McKenzie. That's a terrible name.
Really?
I feel like
The fuck kind of name's Adam Edwards?
get a point. It's a very English name, I feel.
I don't think he's English.
Edwards is.
Ramsey's
I think Adam's
from Wales.
Adam's
Wales.
Middle Eastern.
Think so?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It would be.
it's Middle Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah, but he.
I don't know what primordial ooze my first name actually came out of.
I don't think I've ever called you by your real first name.
No.
Should we lay that out here?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, my real first name is Herbert.
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 Every girl that friend zoned Adam in high school called him Herbie.
Don't you mean every girl?
That's not true. There was only one girl that you were really interested in school. We're not going to say her name.
That's a good idea.
But he still loves you. Oh, the baby's crying.
Oh.
Go back to sleep. Kristen's at work right now with C shift, not B shift. B shift's way better.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, go back to sleep. Oh my goodness. We still haven't even got to your story.
No,
yet.
I guess we can start that since we're at 56 minutes right now.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Because 20 minutes of it was me looking for fucking Noah's name. Not even his real name, his character name.
His character name, yeah.
See, this is how bad Walking Dead's getting. Proceed. Tell me what the fuck's going on, because it's a crazy story.
Yeah, I went to Cincinnati over the weekend.
Okay.
Took Wyatt for his birthday down there to Newport Aquarium.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, we stayed at a hotel with a swimming pool. This was all the plans. Swimming pool, hotel,
That's
Newport Aquarium. come
Borderline
back home.
Kentucky, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Newport is right across the river in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, we drive down there. As soon as we hit Cincinnati, it starts snowing.
Mm-hmm.
Wreck everywhere.
Whoa, right in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So we get there. We get to the hotel. Everything's fine. It's a nice hotel. I paid what I wanted to. Like a good bit, and it was like 2 rooms, nice little living room, kitchen area.
Go time out. Was it you and ex significant other?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adam, what are you doing? Go ahead.
Well, there's no way I could take a kid that's not mine.
That could look a little questionable to the
That could
FBI.
look very questionable. All right. So, and we took Xander too. So the hotel, the pool, since it was like 2 degrees outside, the pool was freezing. The boys got in, their lips instantly turned purple.
Okay.
And so no swimming.
Perfect.
It continues to snow throughout the night. It can progressively gets worse. We get across the river to Newport, which was a trek in itself.
Yeah.
We're walking up to the front door. People are coming out saying the aquarium just closed. They're closing down because of the snow.
Oh my god.
I start flipping my shit.
That sounds like a creaking door. Hold on. Hold that story.
Yes.
Talk to the camera
Okay.
and fill them in what's going on.
Okay. Well, about what?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Let me grab her.
Okay. So you're going to see him walk in front of you just for a moment. And there he is. Hey. All right. So he's going to grab the baby. Not mine. So we forgot to talk about the sin board.
Scentboard.
Yeah, but I sent you the link for it. Like the little cross thing keeps kids from touching their genitals.
I didn't get it.
Could have sworn I said.
Oh, wait, yeah, yes, you did.
Yes.
Little creaser. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll let you. You ready?
Go.
Okay.
I'm going to cut all that.
That's all right.
Newport Aquarium closed.
Closed. Yes. As we're walking up to it.
Okay. Have you ever been?
No, not to the Newport Aquarium.
I don't want to say don't go,
Mm-hmm.
but we went we went when there was this festival going on in Cincinnati. There was like some big festival on the river or something going on.
Mhm.
So it was like hella crowded, but
Right.
we were disappointed. But go ahead. Sorry.
And see, I've been to the aquarium in Myrtle Beach. I'm going to get off topic. I absolutely love the Ripley's Aquarium.
Yeah, that's because it's Myrtle Beach.
Right. It's, well, I mean, he's been to the Newport Aquarium before. His dad took him.
Okay.
His dad also left him there.
See,
Lost him there.
just like Carol should have done with the little
Lost
girl.
him there. Took him and his significant other took their daughter to change her, and just whoop, there he goes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So there's a bowling alley nearby. We went bowling there, and it was just terrible. We tried to leave Cincinnati, but the roads were so bad, and since we were down at the river, we had to keep going up hills, and everybody was wrecking on the hills.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was
At
this
one-
in my car?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm going to tell you about your car. We're up
There's something wrong with my car?
there. We got halfway up this hill and we got to an intersection. We had to stop because there was a wreck, and we were stuck at a light. And we're just waiting for it to go, and we're just sitting there about 5-10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. There's another wreck up there now. All right. And I look down. I'm like, oh, my lights aren't on. So I flip my lights on, and the car dies.
Oh, the problem with the alternator came back.
Yeah. So I have her call in her insurance, see if we get roadside assistance, because I don't have my card.
Oh my god.
They told us to call the police during a snow emergency.
Call the police.
I called the police. They're like, we don't handle that. You should call insurance. I'm like, they just told me to call you. Fuck it. So I get outside and I put the hood up. I'm like, if I just stand out here long enough, somebody will help. As soon as I get the hood up, somebody, hey, do you need help with anything?
Wow, incredible.
The people in Cincinnati are the nicest people I've ever met.
Or it was a serial killer. You just got off early, lucky because he was cold.
So he gave me a jump, car started right up, ran perfect the rest of the weekend. So we're driving around trying to get out, but because of the snow, we just could not.
Oh
We had to stay
God.
another night there. I started to get some stomach problems, so I had to find some place with a bathroom to stop. Unfortunately, I found the one McDonald's. Well, probably not the one. I found the one that was in a terrible neighborhood where they limit to how long you can stay in there and eat to half an hour.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, you can only be in there for half an hour, and then they just tell you to leave.
Is that for safety measure for your?
No, because they just have people going in there and showing up and just staying there all day.
For anyone who doesn't know or hasn't been to Cincinnati, there's pretty rough parts in Cincinnati.
I couldn't tell what the rough parts were until I was in them.
Pretty rough.
And then they had signs on the drink machine, hey, water's for paying customers. If you're caught, you'll be asked to leave.
Wow.
Water, tap water.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it eventually gonna be a problem.
Yeah. And then we go across the street to Walgreens. There's a sign on the front door that says no more than 2 students in the store at one time.
Wow.
Leave bags at the counter.
Hey man, you went from small town Chillicothe. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
And I'm, as I'm in the bathroom, just evacuating my entire body. That's how I'm gonna put it. Some guy walks in there screaming in his cell phone. No man, I'm not. It was a very large African American gentleman.
He's black. You can say it.
Okay, he was very black, very very black. And he's yelling at us, but no, man, I'm not going to the drive-thru. I'm inside right now. I'm in the bathroom. He's just yelling at us. He's not doing it. He's just yelling into his cell phone, wondering why he's not getting a good reception. So I finish, I get out, and I look in there. I look at him because he's just standing there by the sink. He's got a ball cap on, his hood up, and a scarf wrapped, so all you can see
Oh
is
my
his
God,
eyes.
I would
So I'm
flip
washing my hands, going, I'm going to be used as a human shield while he robs this place. Fuck my life.
And the fact that he's black has nothing to do with it. If he was a white guy, I'd flip out.
Yes.
Anyone who's covering their face, I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
and
what?
all I can
That's
see is your
questionable.
eyes and your inside. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. So Megan, she books a hotel, costs twice as much as the one I booked.
Oh my God.
Downtown,
That's why.
the first 2 stories of this building is art. It's like a little art, just art exhibits everywhere. The first 2 floors of this building.
You guys can get a Hampton or a Motel 6.
She wanted somewhere nice since we just had to drive around through 3/4 of Cincinnati trying to figure out how to get out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, it had a bar and, it was a really upscale, high-class place.
Did you have a martini? You should have had a martini.
No, I did get a half bottle of Moscato.
Oh, perfect.
It was-
It cost you $20 for half a bottle.
Yeah, it was. It was $20. It was delicious, though, worth every dollar.
That's incredible.
It was great. I loved the hotel because I could talk to these people and they talked back and
Yeah.
they were intelligent and respectful and just wonderful people. Megan felt out of place because they because they were because we were in Chillicothe. Usually I'm the one who feels out of place when we're in big cities.
God.
I'm sitting there talking up a storm with these. I've never talked to complete strangers. I'm talking to these people.
Adam's a
I've known them
social
for years.
butterfly outside Chillicothe. Hi, ladies.
Yeah, if it's in an upscale, I guess I looked respectable and presentable as I'm wearing my Achievement Hunter fish T-shirt.
That's perfect.
It's just has a big bass on it. It says
Thank
fish
you, Research
from the Sega Bass Fisher game, arcade game.
Yep.
So I had that on, and people were just, or my Slow Mo's Guys T-shirt. I look even better in slow motion. People were just talking to me. It was great. They had
It's
That's fantastic.
You should have coined the podcast. By the way,
So, and we eventually, I mean, we stayed there a night. We had room service. I had roasted duck. Did not know I like duck. Duck is absolutely...
it's greasy.
This was not. I was expecting it to be a lot worse.
You literally said like a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, it really was.
That is incredible. What an incredible journey.
yeah, it
I
was
know you're not done. Go ahead.
It was if anybody is interested in staying at a nice place, 21C is the name of the hotel. It's very nice. A little pricey, but very nice.
21C as in like...
21C. It was like museum something or other. It was like some... I don't know.
Okay, I just somehow drugged the Yahoo link to
image.
to the...
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
We'll look it up later. They have like art exhibits in there right now. It's a mesh of like humans and animals, or two different... There's like a baby donkey mixed with a parrot.
That upsets me.
Yeah, it was a little absurd look. I didn't...
No, because that was my goal when I die. Did I ever tell you my goal?
No.
When I die...
To be a part parrot donkey thing?
I want to be buried with bones of other animals. That way when an archaeologist comes later on, they're like, we just uncovered this new... I don't even know how this thing goes together.
Okay, now that I know that, I will make sure that happens.
It's got to be like an elephant or something, or like a... Like, I don't know.
Some type of like weird fish.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a centaur? Or do you want to be a satyr?
Centaur for sure.
Centaur? Okay, I can make that happen.
See? That's voice reason. Anyways,
so yeah, we eventually, as we're leaving, we left this morning.
Oh fuck! You got back in town this morning or today?
This afternoon. I took a nap.
Did you not change the fuse and the lighter?
No, I did.
Oh, so why is your phone dead?
I don't have a car charger. I've never bought one. I've never had a car with a working that I could get one to work in.
See, you could have been dead, and I would have never.
Oh no, the story gets better.
Okay.
We're leaving Cincinnati. Everybody is sick as a dog except me. The kid looked like they're about to
That's
vomit.
because you evacuated out.
I did at least 3 times in 2 days. I had nothing. I have nothing in me right now. I haven't eaten today. No, I had breakfast. Never
So
mind.
the kids were sick.
So I'm assuming it's because the roads, up and down and around.
Oh,
Once we got on flat, I'm used to, it was fine.
Did the kids throw up in my car?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Adam drives what we like to call the company car.
Yes, that's what I refer to it as. People are impressed, and then they see it, and they're like, "You're full of shit."
It's a 2000 Chevy Cavalier with a broken door handle. And
hold on, it's broken?
Wait, no. It's the window.
The window. Yeah, it doesn't have the little knobby thing. Yeah, so I sit there and have to use the palm of my hand to go up and down.
The radio doesn't stay in its place.
No, the CD player skips like a mofo. If the wind blows, it skips.
But you know what? It's a free car.
Right.
You're welcome.
I'm very appreciative of it. I take care of it to my best ability.
Company cars.
So yeah, we stopped at Jefferson Mall, did some shopping, got stuff for the boys and shit, and we got back into town. I took a nap. I went shopping, spent way more money than I wanted to on shit, and then took a shower, came over here.
So I'm going to be frank and straight to the point, and you have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Will we see a reuniting of Herbie Crisp?
No.
In the near future?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold it against you if you do.
I know. No, you will not.
And if you wanted to be Herbie Crisp again, I would support that 100%. Just as I supported the latter of.
Right. No, I know.
That's a long trip to take with someone you don't want to be around.
It was. I mean, he's turning 7. I've been in his life since he was 2.
Absolutely.
It's been 5 years.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's 5 years.
I
can't really. Yeah.
Stand-up man here, ladies.
So. Yeah.
So the car got back and pretty good. So what we need to do is just put one of those car jumps in it. Mm-hmm. You charge in your house and you stick in your fucking car, and whenever shit dies, you just jump in. I can't for the life of me. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. I've pulled everything in it.
Right. I honestly don't know. I did figure out what to look for when the battery's going to die. I need to keep an eye on the clock. When it starts to go really dim, I need to jump the car.
Or maybe that's just because the shit shakes out too much.
No. I was looking at the light when because I stopped and got gas right before up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the light when I was starting to drive up the hill, and it was really dim. So I just need to keep an eye on the light of the clock.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's my, instead of having a check engine light, I have I can't read the time. I should probably get my car jumped. So, I also did not tell my family that I was leaving town.
Oh, okay.
So I got back in. I just walk in the door with all
I
my
thought you were
luggage.
dead.
No, they didn't care. They're like, "Oh, where'd you go?
I thought you were in the room the whole time.
Where were you?" I was like, "I was snowed in Cincinnati." I'm like, "Oh, well, we thought you were dead."
And you know what? You fucked up. You should have been vlogging the whole thing.
I didn't have my camera.
Man,
There's no way I could have vlogged in the car.
that would have been. Well, fuck. Your phone doesn't even have a memory card in it,
No.
so you can't even use your phone.
And on top of that, it doesn't have a front. I had to do
Oh,
this,
that's
and I
right.
can't see it. So
That's well. I mean, you just kind of guessed.
I just
it.
gotta sit there, just make sure I get me. Yeah.
Man, that's quite a story.
So I have not had a chance. I have on an Xbox One. I have not had a chance to play it.
New microphone setup.
Microphone. I have not even opened the box.
Awesome, dude.
I bought a TV. Have not taken that out of the box.
There's a good chance that by the time you get home, your
All this
brother
shit
has
is-
sold it back.
Oh. You know, if the
If it's all in the box still,
the Xbox is not.
it's
So.
movable merchandise.
Right. So that was my weekend. On top of that, I was like elevated blood pressure. I was angry. I was wanting to just kill things and murder in Maine.
How was the car ride with? Because I know that you said since you guys have broken up, you guys have gotten along a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So was it tolerable, or were you?
It was.
It's interesting how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I kind of figured it would happen, but
Oh yeah, because there's no pressure to
right.
be anything that you don't
Right.
have to
I can
be.
sit there and go, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck you. Not. I guess
50
I'll
Shades
do
of
that.
Grey is stupid.
Right. I don't have to go watch the new Hunger Games movie. I can sit there and go, no, that movie's a piece of shit. You can go watch it by yourself.
I'll watch it when it comes on Netflix. That's why I did the other one. I haven't yet to see the original Hunger Games because it wasn't on Netflix. I
Oh.
don't think it was, anyways. I didn't catch it. I did watch the one before this one. It was on Netflix. Well, I'm glad you made it back safe
Yes.
and shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah. I also did not realize, I mean, even though this was a 5-star hotel, the other one that we had was like a 4. I did not realize hotels were as affordable as they are.
Yeah.
I always thought that they were like $500+.
Do you think we go out of town all the time?
No, I
Do you
know.
think we're just like loaded?
Yes,
Like we are out, especially in the summertime. We are gone.
I know. I'm always just like, man, we don't have as much money as they.
No, man. And if you go on the right sites, you can get good deals. And
Right? I got a good deal. I got the one with the Newport Aquarium tickets, non-refundable.
yeah, we went and it was just it was jam packed. It was dicks to ass the whole time.
Was it?
And
I mean, we went on a holiday. It was snowy. It was cold.
yeah.
I guess Kentucky's
Well,
in a
that's-
state
you know,
of emergency.
how
We should
was-
have been on the road.
So did he end up having a good time though?
I guess he
I
did.
mean,
I mean,
being car sick sucks
right.
junk.
I mean,
but-
I wasn't in the. I think I went down to get a luggage cart or something, which I guess I can't take by myself. So we had to have the valet bring it up and load up everything and take it down. There was valet parking as well. Yeah, I had to deal
See,
with that.
This is ridiculous because you're thinking there's so much. We're loaded. We've never had valet parking.
It was a very nice hotel. I'll tell you how much she spent on it total. When we're off the air.
For a 5-star, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, for a night or 2 nights,
It was one night.
1 night,
300.
300.
You're good. And then there was dinner, room service,
Yeah.
breakfast, room service.
Oh, that's
and
expensive.
valet
That
parking.
jacks it up. So you guys probably dropped $400, $500
About $430.
for the
Well, she did. I didn't. I bought the first hotel.
High five.
Yes.
Well, good.
I wish we could have stayed there longer. Checkout was 11 because there was a spa on the top floor, and I should have went up there.
Fuck yeah! Get a little mani pedi done.
I definitely.
You came back a new man. Had the greatest time.
Yeah, no, I would have been relaxed, and then I would have gotten in the car for 2 hours and it just ruined it all.
Or it would have made it more tolerable.
But it was cold.
Speaking of trips, we need to start planning one of our fiascos to one of these conventions coming up soon.
Fiascos.
I'm gonna call it a fiasco because I'm sure it's gonna end up much like your story, except for I'm not paying $500 for no fucking hotel.
Right?
We will sleep in the truck.
Whatever.
I really want to make it one of the Power Ranger conventions, man.
Yeah, but those are like on the West Coast.
I know, but flights out of Rickenbacker are going really cheap.
Yeah, Rickenbacker just goes like to Myrtle Beach. They don't go out to California.
Yeah, we can do something. We'll figure something out. Anyways, where are we at? We're way up there.
Oh,
now.
we're at an hour 15.
Oh, that's not too bad. Plus, I'm going to cut a bunch of it out for me having to get up
Like
and
2 minutes.
check on the baby.
Yeah.
She's fine, by the way.
I really didn't expect this podcast to go as long. I was expecting like 20 minutes, half an hour tops.
Well, like I said, we had to fucking find Tyler James Williams' name. I'm never going to forget his
Noah.
fucking name.
Noah.
Ever.
Tyler Bill, right?
Jimmy Bell.
Jimmy Bill. All right, if we go to a convention and he's there,
Tyler Jimmy Bill.
Tyler Jimmy Bill, how you doing?
Yeah, it was it's a great story. Great story. My weekend consists of me taking my fast to the gym and running on a treadmill.
That's where I ran on the treadmill, by the way.
Yeah,
My first night. I should have went to the gym that was in the second hotel, the 5-star, but
right.
because it had like
You would have had a machine that you put your legs in and would have moved them for you.
yeah. Well, the first one had 2 treadmills and 2 bicycle and elliptical.
Yeah.
The second one had like here's leg press. It was like a full gym.
Yeah.
It was
It's funny
amazing.
because like I said, in the summertime, like we're gone. We're always at hotels, and like that's the only time I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go lift. Like, other than that, I
Right.
hate lifting. I hate going to the gym. I hate it. And that's cool though. It sucks that you guys didn't get to go swimming or anything.
Well, I went swimming. I tried to teach Wyatt how to swim before. I just got tired of him shivering. He just kind of flails.
I could see that. I feel bad because I adore that kid from afar. I feel like that creepy uncle that like I can't interact with this kid. His mom just gives me a dirty look when we pass each other on the sidewalk, and other than that, he doesn't know who I am until I'm like, I'm Adam's friend.
No, he remembers you. He remembers everyone. And I'm not gonna lie, 7-8 months from now, he's gonna just out of nowhere, hey Adam, remember that time the car died on the hill in Cincinnati? And then I'm just gonna punch him in the face. Hey, remember that time I just punched you 30 seconds ago? No? Here's another one.
Well, I'm sorry the company car has been so lackluster for you.
Oh, it's been. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I have to put half a tank of gas in that thing once a week.
Oh my god!
It's amazing.
So we started going out. We are going to wrap up soon.
Yeah, we promise.
This is once again going to get really local. I'm a big fan of this SNS gym, though.
Yeah.
We looked at the Anytime Fitness here in Chillicothe.
Mm-hmm.
It was in your really. It's more money than I want to pay, but it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And a good friend of ours is a trainer out there.
Mm-hmm.
But we decided to go with SNS. It's, I don't want to say closer, but it's off the highway, heading towards Waverly.
Yeah.
And it's huge, and I like going there. It's really cool. It's not crowded ever because it's so big for one, and it's
It's not in a town. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. But hopefully this 5K is going to come up, and we're going to knock it out fast.
Right.
So,
I'm trying to remember in the last year.
I'm pissed off that you had to buy your shirt and your headband.
I don't remember if I had to buy that. I think the shirt might have came with it. The headband was like
I thought you said it did, and it's a sweet shirt.
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
He does.
This is a fantastic. I was just feeling like a cheap shirt, but no, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It has like none of the stuff on it has like cracked or anything yet.
Wow, that's nice. That's awesome because my my kit jersey for my Arsenal kit jersey that I wear all the time is cracking. I spent like $200 for it.
Oh God,
Pissed.
oh.
So yeah.
I think the shirt came with. I think the headband was like $3.
So you want to go us running the 5K?
I don't know if we want.
You want to?
We should probably have something.
I'm a heavy breather.
Yeah, I don't know. We should probably have something.
If we're gonna do, we have to do like Mario and Luigi costumes, Bert and Ernie costumes.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, good one.
There we go.
Good one.
Because everybody likes Tails. No, nobody likes Tails.
Nobody likes Knuckles.
No.
Come on, he has like 6 tails, man. Can't get behind that.
Who, Knuckles?
No,
Oh,
tails.
Tails has got 2. And it makes absolutely no sense of how they spin.
My character had skates. His name was Skates. Last podcast, guys. Last podcast. So, anyways, we're going to wrap up. It's about that time. Thank you for watching. Sorry, this was everywhere, but we're tightening it up because we're starting to do this more regularly.
Yep.
If you ever want to go stay at a nice hotel,
come talk to me because I guess I just stay at them.
Yep. And they're not as expensive as he thought they were.
No.
We're going to have some new footage up because there is an Xbox One calling Adam's name.
Yep.
We had new technology, and once again, we are here for all you DuPonters.
And everyone else.
Thank you very much. We will be sitting down at B-Dubs very soon. Whenever I feel like it. I probably can't, though, because I can't. Probably like 3 months, because that's when I can have my cheat meal. Which will consist.
I was gonna say, when's your cheat meal planned? You can plan that shit, right?
So, thank you for watching. Anything else? I don't think that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Walking Dead, stop letting me down.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye. We're out of here.
Yep.